Welcome back to Royals Show, the channel where you get the latest insights and untold truths about the royal family. Today, we are talking about one of the most emotional and delicate challenges King Charles faces: the possibility of reconciling with his estranged son, Prince Harry. There is perhaps nothing more painful for a parent than being estranged from their own child. This pain cuts deeper than wealth, privilege, or royal titles. Families across the world know this heartbreak: the silence at the dinner table, the empty chair at Christmas, the phone that never rings. And now, King Charles, despite being a monarch and a head of state, finds himself in the same place as countless fathers who have watched a child walk away. Prince Harry, once the young boy who held his father's hand behind Princess Diana's coffin, has become a man who often publicly criticizes the institution his father represents. If we go back to Harry's childhood, his relationship with Charles was complicated. Charles, shaped by royal duty and the formality of the firm, was not always the warm, emotionally available father Harry might have wanted. After Diana's tragic death, Charles did what he thought was best, insisting his sons walk behind the coffin, a moment Harry has said scarred him forever. As Harry grew older, he carved out his own identity: the rebellious prince, the soldier, the charity founder. Yet, even in his achievements, he seemed restless, struggling under the shadow of royal expectations and constant public scrutiny. When Meghan Markle entered his life, Harry found love, but he also found a new determination to break away from the royal family. The result was Megxit, a decision that not only shocked the world, but fractured his bond with his father and brother. Then came the Oprah Winfrey interview in 2021. Harry and Meghan spoke openly about racism, neglect, and lack of support within the royal family. For Charles, this was devastating. Private family struggles turned into global headlines. Later, Harry's memoir Spare delivered even harsher blows. Stories of arguments, alleged physical altercations, claims about neglect, and bitter criticism of Camilla, the queen consort. The wounds only deepened. For many families, harsh words fade with time. But when those words are printed in millions of books and broadcast across the globe, forgetting becomes much harder. Today, Charles is 76 years old, battling cancer and carrying the enormous responsibility of kingship. He's a man who knows time is not unlimited. Meanwhile, Harry, at 40, is a father of two living in California. To some, he appears restless, caught between his old life and his new one. Without a defined role in America, he is often portrayed as frustrated, while Meghan pursues her own media ventures. Next week, Harry is expected to fly to Britain. The question everyone is asking: will father and son meet? And if they do, can they find a way back to each other? For King Charles, reaching out to Harry carries enormous risk. Harry might refuse the meeting. He could later leak details to the press. Or he could use the meeting as further ammunition against the monarchy. Yet, for Charles, the greater risk is doing nothing. The regret of never trying could haunt him far more than temporary rejection. After all, history tells us the royal family has always been shaped by complicated parent-child relationships. Edward VIII abandoned the throne. Prince Philip's strictness shaped Charles's childhood. And now, Charles faces his own test as a father. This is not about duty, titles, or even the monarchy's survival. The institution will continue through Prince William and his children. This is about something much more human: a father's love for his son. For Charles, it is about showing Harry that, despite the anger, the interviews, and the accusations, a father's love can be unconditional. Reconciliation may not erase the past, but it can build a bridge to the future. And perhaps, in time, it may even help heal Harry's own children's relationship with their royal heritage. Let's not forget the world is watching. Some view Harry as a victim, speaking truth to power. Others see him as a traitor who disrespected his family for profit. Charles, too, has his critics. Many believe he was never an emotionally strong father. Others admire his patience and dignity in remaining silent during Harry's public attacks. Any reconciliation attempt will spark debate, but for Charles, the audience doesn't matter. This is not about the world. This is about his family. Charles must now decide, will he wait for Harry to make the first move, or will he risk his pride and extend the olive branch? The wise choice may be to reach out privately, away from cameras and headlines, in the quiet of Clarence's house. Not as king, not as monarch, but simply as a father speaking to his son. Yes, the risks are real. Harry might refuse, misunderstand, or misrepresent. But the alternative, silence and estrangement, is far worse. At the end of the day, the story of Charles and Harry is not just about royalty. It is about fathers and sons everywhere, about the pain of broken families, about the courage it takes to make the first move toward reconciliation. And maybe that's why people care so deeply. Because beneath the crowns and palaces, they are just a family struggling with the same wounds many of us know too well. As Harry returns to Britain, we will all be watching to see whether Charles takes that risk. Will pride and anger win the day, or will love and forgiveness finally open the door to healing? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. Reconciliation, if it comes, will not be a royal duty. It will be a deeply human act of love. That's all for today's deep dive on Royal Show. If you found this story moving, don't forget to subscribe for more detailed analysis and updates about the royal family. Until next time, stay curious, stay thoughtful, and remember, behind the palace walls, they are human too.